Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer and RPG Limit fan, and other great fans. Welcome to Game 3 of our Fall League semi-finals week. Tonight, we're seeing our third Spoiler Week flag set. These teams have had access to these specific seeds for the past 5 weeks and have had all the time to go through them as many times as they've cared to do so, take notes, break things down as much as they can. Which is kind of a good thing, because we've got Floor and Entrance Shuffle on, Deep Town's on, and Randomizer and Spellcrafter, just everything's kind of a mess. I am Hate the 13th, joined in the booth by Duchess Fukayo-sama, with Lord of the Synth doing our restreaming, and JLo pushing the buttons to try and keep track of this madness. Racing for our entertainment tonight, we've got Deadpulse from the Faculty, Chanigan from Carry On My Wayward Sons, Greggly Puff from Team Wake and Break, or Quack and Rack, however you want to say it, and Metagloria representing the Keyboard Cats. Our current scores have the Keyboard Cats and Quake and Break tied for first with 18 points each, the Faculty with 16 points, and Carry On My Wayward Sons with 15 points. So we're looking at a pretty tight grouping so far. These also have been pretty fast. The past couple of nights we've seen the seeds run between 25 to 35 minutes before everybody was done, so we'll see how things shake out tonight. And speaking of that, how are you doing tonight, Duchess? You might still be muted is how you're doing, I'm guessing, at this point. Either way, the teams that everybody's got, well, it was a Forced Master and a Forced Thief. The Master has vanilla MDef growth on, so they're getting 1 MDef per level. The Thief has a big ol' agility buff, 120 agility base, and they can pick locks once they hit level 18. There are also 3 additional promoted characters tied to key NPCs hidden throughout the seed, so you can actually fill up those nuns. Now also, those nuns, well, and the corpses, they're going to keep getting XP. You're not going to be able to focus XP on anybody by danning off anyone. It's everybody eats all the time. So we're going to see, well, how everything rolls out here. We're going to be starting in about 15 seconds. Additionally, actually, as I'm thinking about things, everybody is also going to be starting with, I believe, 1 or 2 specific caster items. So even though they have no mages, they may very well actually have access to some sweepers. We'll see what they start with, and we are off. And nobody even bothered to go to Corneria. We're just running out. Alright, looks like we've got a couple of teams going to Crescent Lake. We've got a Gas 7 sword and a Fast 4 sword. Wow. Alright, Chanigan going right for Topher. And gassing that poor Garland, who had nary a chance. Greggly Puff going and getting a ribbon out of Crescent Lake. That actually makes sense for going there. And Deadpulse pulling the Masa out of Sarda, wherever he was hiding at. Looks like Marsh Cave, I think. And just fading everything else, because they know what's in those chests. They don't care. Huh. And Provoca looks like it was at Provoca. That's kind of sad to see. Well, let's see what Bicky's gonna give us. Deadpulse going into Northwest Castle and going, oh, hey, look, I know exactly what I want, because here is a marked monster in a box. What the monster in a box means on these is that that is a key item. Or I thought it was a key item. I guess that one was just a giant pile of cash. But you know what? Giant pile of cash? Good enough. We did see the crystal coming right out of Bicky, which is just odd. Bicky giving an actual item and being at Provoca. How strange is this? Whereas Metagloria gets bat blocked. And Shumbobby pointing out in chat that key items are trapped, but not every trapped item is a key, or trapped box is a key item. So, well, as he says, it's, not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles kind of thing. Alright, so that looked like it was some kind of Ankylo that, ooh, wow, okay, a Katana +2 hiding in that chest. That's kind of a nice find, too. Deadpool's pulling out that ribbon. And now that I'm thinking about it, it actually makes sense that Deadpool's went for the giant pile of cash because it was also a giant pile of XP from those dragons. Thank you for pointing that out, Classic Gamer. Looks like Chanigan's going for that same thing. Which makes sense, because, XP, money. Oh, man. That Gas 7 sword just putting a giant pile of hurt on those dragons, too.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we got you coming through loud and clear.
Oh my goodness, I'm sitting here doing broadcasting and nobody can hear me.
I wondered why it was a little bit quiet there.
My apologies, everyone. But we can see this eye guard going down. The Gruggly Puff already got a level 5 across the board.
Yeah, there's actually some decent XP he's getting out of those eyes as well, which is mildly surprising.
Exactly. Gas 7 doing work on Vicky, who will give us a crystal. Indeed, it is a little bit hard to see Provoker after Provoker, but these things happen to the best of seeds.
Yeah, at least it means that they don't have to go hunting for things. Or many things.
Got some dragons, buying some house items over on Shanigan's side, and Gruggly Puff doing more EXP grinding. These seeds are ridiculous. It's like my eyeballs never know where to go. There's too much stimuli in these seeds.
Yeah, I know. These are madness. And I just noticed. Yeah, and I just noticed that when Chanigan stopped by Crescent Lake, he also bought a mandolin, which is, loot renamed.
Beautiful music coming from the Catalan region as we prepare to continue our quest in this jettiest of seeds.
Yeah.
Monster box.
Yeah, yep. These seeds are disturbingly quick, and I'm wondering what alternate fiends we're going to see tonight.
Hopefully we'll see something that's a doozy. Just coming out with nuclear, cure for. Nuclear, cure for.
Oh, you're evil, and I love it.
I mean, if these are going to be 25-minute seeds, then let's at least see something. Let's make them dance at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can definitely get behind that. Ooh, and Shumbobby is pointing out that the Warmech tonight, or Warmech replacement, whatever it's going to be, is going to be a bit of a doozy. I kind of love it.
Nice. Make him do a little dancing before, the grand finale.
Yep. I'm wondering how high Gruggly Puff's going to run with this before he decides to pop on out and maybe, pick up some other stuff.
Gruggly Puff, in my experience, is one who's going to go for a very decent grind, and then from here, what I think he'll intend to do is just go for items and walk and grind from there. So then you just put your minutes concentrated into one, maybe two spots. That's how Gruggly Puff usually likes to do it. Instead of stopping for 3 minutes here, stopping for 3 minutes. It works for him and against him. But
yeah, apologies there. My internet apparently decided you need to disconnect and reconnect right quick, because technology gremlins are just angry.
These things happen to the best of us, only to the best of us. Even when we're on 25G, internet's still gonna jump.
Alright, looks like Chanigan pulling the crown out, which means that Astos must be holding on to something important.
A cube, perhaps?
Yeah, or some kind of item chain that's going to lead to a necessary item. Oh, hey, it looks like we have a red mage hiding out with Matoya. Or red wizard, I should say. And Deadpool's pulling out another ribbon from Sky 1, wherever the devil that's at.
Oh, nice. Can't go wrong with multiple ribbons.
Yeah, and it turns out that it was ordeals, so, you know, Deadpool's going to ordeals early. Huh. I'm so shocked.
Yeah, now we're on some. I just think it's when it's these shuffles, I just go from random floor to random floor to random floor. I don't know what's what.
Yeah, these ones are, God, they're difficult to keep an eye on the best of times, and when the runners are moving this quickly, yeah. And Metagloria going in for a carry already, whereas Deadpool's going to turn that crown for an adamant.
I think Metagloria is going to the right.
Yeah, it was a flipped carry floor, and and then Metagloria got eaten by some angry eyes.
Body.
Yeah, thunder eyes of some varietal. Oh boy, those bugs have temper 8. Ew.
How fun.
Like, that's the kind of thing you just do not want to see, because that means if they hit you, they gonna hit you hard.
Glance and temporary.
I'm relatively certain that this was a Dark Moon who rolled this seed oh so long ago, but I don't know, maybe Danny was involved with it at that point, because this is a...
I mean, maybe she gave her blessings.
Yeah. Darkman confirming this is his fault.
Oh, okay.
This is a thing of beauty, though. I do kind of love it. Adamant turned into the cube.
There you go. Got some cube action in our lives. We're gonna gas 7s and Astos.
You get a gas, and you get a gas, and everybody gets gas.
Everybody, especially on taco night.
Ba-dunch.
That actually was the perfect, like, oh, that was too cheesy, bro. Now everybody's making moves, as we can see. The slab.
Yep, Grigglypuff going to pick up his red wizard. Which, you know, I don't hate. That means you actually have a spellcaster. You know, potentially.
Exactly. Have we seen any spells, really?
I don't think anybody's actually checked any of the magic shops yet, because they didn't have a caster at this point. That being said, they also know where everything's at already.
That's true.
Alright, Deadpool's pulling up to carry right now. Equipping up that Masa 2 on his thief and getting it fasted. And it looks like instead of carry, we have Babricia.
You say. As Metagloria went up against Behemoth and got bodied.
Ooh, ouch. And thank you, Shum, for pointing out that was not carry, that was Lich. I'm apparently having some brain problems right now.
It's not brain problems, mate. There's only 4 screens and 2 eyeballs. So 1 mouth. We can only do so much.
Yeah, I haven't quite figured out how to split my eyes between, you know, 2 separate areas, and, you know.
I'm sure in like 15,000 years when humans advance and grow another eyeball or something, they can do it. We can't.
Yeah, for now, we just have to kind of keep bouncing around and hoping we found things. Okay, Deadpulse has found Kraken somewhere. And Chanigan picked up a white wizard somewhere as well.
Nice. So I imagine there's going to be some cure, multiple life, multiple something.
Oh my, so black level 1, we've got Rasp 8, which, if I recall correctly, is time, single target, massive damage.
beautiful. Level 1. It wasn't
Yeah,
as beautiful as the one a couple of days ago, but level 1 and level 2 just had all the blessings in the world. Like,
I
you make
know.
it work.
Yeah, I mean, at least they have access to level 1 and level 2 rather than having to try and hunt for
And that's
everything.
true.
And more ruse sticks. Jeez, beasties. This seed does not leave anybody wanting for anything at this point so far.
It's like, man, when do I ever roll a seed to just get a broomstick for food? You know what I mean? Just have a bruise.
Yeah, that being
Have a
said,
fast 8 sword.
I mean, these runners have had these seeds for 5 weeks. I am not surprised that they have knowledge of where every single good chest is already.
Touche. Yeah, you're right. When you're able to scour something for fobs, completely different. You're not going in on discovery. Instead, you're going in on pure predetermined knowledge and just a dedicated strategy that you don't deviate. Whereas when you come in and you have no idea of the randomization principles, you be doing logic on the fly. It's not math, it's logic that you have to apply on the fly. Totally different.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, that's also one of the reasons why we get so quick as seeds out of these. And I honestly, I'm here for it. I love watching the high level runners doing just these amazing plays. It's just,
Absolutely.
it looks like we've got Rubicante from somewhere. That's Fire Fiend, who was initially in Final Fantasy IV, that has been backported for us because our devs are awesome. Ah, that's at Kraken Spot. Okay, so we have a water-based Fire Fiend. That's another orb for Deadpulse there, or an orb for Deadpulse. I don't know. I think I saw another orb, but he menus so quickly.
If I only had such agility in my fingers, where would I be in life? Probably playing and not behind commentating. But it's not here.
You know, it's a fair cop.
Looks like we're now at that point of the game where people have kind of done what they need to do in terms of their initial beginning grind, whether they chose discovery first or even grinding first. Now it kind of looks like, yep, we're about to take care of the game. You know?
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised that. Oh, I was just going to say that we haven't seen anybody grab the floater, and then I just noticed that Gregley Buff just grabbed it.
Took the words right out of your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, that was a relatively early canoe, and just straight up run and go. Shuvabi making mention that Chanigan had potentially been touting this as a viable floaterless seed, which does kind of make sense. Oh, and then we got those F-eyes. I'm not sure what that is. Frost or fire or famine or friendly or flying, but some kind of eyes that are shooting thunder at people.
There you go. So F for press F in chat so when you get Bob.
Alright, and Behemoth tossing out a Tangle 3 and some Rot 5, doing, trying to paralyze Toby and then trying to do some death damage, but nah, Toby's not having any of it.
We don't appreciate that. Thusly, we want that today.
And down goes that. That's another Fiend for Deadpulse there.
Astos is up on a plate on Gregory's side. Chanigan lights another orb.
Yeah,
We are getting into the meat and potatoes, as they say.
Yeah, that's the Rubicante, so that would have been the water orb. Oh, man.
I know, right? Rubicante, so that would have been a water.
Yeah. And I have to say thank you to Lord of the Synth for stepping up on tracking there.
Yeah, without him, what would we be doing? What's everyone's levels at?
Somewhere between 0 and Aleph Not. I have no idea. Good thing is once somebody kills something, we can at least try and keep an eye, and if anybody gets a level. All right, looks like Dead Pulse is rolling at level 14. Chanigan is level 13.
Okay, so Dead Pulse is just going to take the levels with 2 characters, and then once okay, cool. So is it split between 4, even if they don't have active characters, or is it only split between those 2?
Nope, it is split between 4. Nuns and Deads are both gaining EXP.
Okay.
So whilst it doesn't make sense to kill a character just to try and focus the EXP, it does kind of make sense to kill a character in order for the menu. Yeah, just for the menu and speed.
Yeah.
Looks like Dead Pulse is wandering back and forth in the Hall of Giants, killing Lamias for, tasty EXP. Greatly Buff going in to pick up his loot and some houses if he hasn't already. Yeah, there's loot.
It's like, if Lamias aren't doing nothing, you might as well go and get that sweet EXP from it.
Yeah, it looks like they're giving pretty good EXP as well for being just a single mob there. And yeah, whilst Gregory Puck did his grind earlier, his grind was a little less efficient because he didn't have the key items. But we'll see how it plays out for him in the end.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, he would have calculated that at the beginning. So we'll have to see, I guess, how he adjusts on the fly.
Yeah, I mean, and it's Gregory Puff. He is no slouch, so I have a feeling he took that into account.
Running from delicious eyeballs.
Well, with Randomizer on, we have no idea how those eyes actually are.
Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget this is Randomizer. It's like, actually.
Yeah, I know, right? It's real weird, especially with the alternate Fiends on, because I'm used to looking at the alternate Fiends and going, okay, I recognize that body type, let's go with this.
It's just a grab accident.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright, looks like Metagloria pulling up to level 12 right now, whilst he's wandering through Sky 2, looting the place out.
Yep.
Chanigan just making some further work on those same eyes that Gregory Puff was eating. Hey, and it looks like Elfland has been found, and Elfland has been racked by the vampire.
Yeah, you're actually right about the applicability of, I guess, doing the grind later, because Chanigan is definitely getting more value out of it.
Ooh, it looks like Dead Pulse has found that carry floor, which means he's going to have to fight that War Mech equivalent. Last night we had a War Pony. Yeah, I wonder what kind of war thing we'll have tonight.
Can we have War Ankylo?
Oh god, that would be just frightening.
I know, Ankylo times 15. It's just like, and Ankylos don't even give XP. That's the worst part about Ankylos. You go through all this, and you get the bootiest XP possible.
Yeah, I know. Those the Ankleos, and at least vanilla Ankleos and our Ankleos, they're just, oh god, some of the worst enemies to run into.
Oh man, don't, they're just, just Just no.
Yeah, I have seen some very interesting War Mech variants with Randomizer. I have run across the War Tyro. That's always a terrifying thing to see.
It would be.
I believe
You're not
once-
surprised that in time.
Yeah, I know once I ran across a War Imp type. I don't remember the specific name, but it was an Imp body with War Mech stats, and oh my.
If you tried to take it to Sledge, you lost. We got some CP action on Dead Pulse's side.
I wonder if those are as good as EXPs or GURPs.
They're looking like it. Albeit, I mean, it could just be this is a forced encounter, right? So you just got to do it. But
well, it looks like he is
21.
Yeah, it looks like he's wandering back and forth on the Bridge of Destiny, trying to grind up some levels before taking on that War Mech.
Yeah, so you know something we don't.
Sea Tyros.
The steak of the sea.
So, tuna?
Mm-hmm. Maguro.
Oh, good tuna steak. It's really high quality. You think warm thoughts about it before you eat it.
It's actually lunchtime over here, so I might do that after the broadcast, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking at it 23 minutes into the seed. We're on food talk. Oh, no.
Exactly. We already know what the deal is. We'll have interviews done within 20 minutes. Some of them just about their days. Enjoy the start of the weekend.
Looks like Deadpool's just continuing to kill whatever he can find on the Bridge of Destiny, pulling up to level 23 right now.
That's respectable.
Which, for these, is actually on the higher end. I'm kind of surprised.
I feel that Dead Pulse is going to make the grind, probably grab a red mage, go get the spells real quick, and then go ahead and do what they got to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too shocked by that.
It's like, you're not going to miss out on a free character with spells if you can use the utility right. But at this point in time, there's not necessary to have that particular body, with you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just another menu input you have to go through, so why bother with it?
Exactly. Who'd have thought we'd have been thinking of, this game in terms of menu clicks? Though all those years ago, when we were just wee little lads playing this game,
Before I know, right? I remember when I was just a wee little sprog playing the game.
That's what I'm saying. Now I've got randomization. I've got encounter tables memorized. I'm like, what? Who am I? Oh my gosh.
I know. If I had ever thought about that when I was young, I honestly probably would have been in for it. I mean, it would have been my jam then as well.
Mate, if I'd have known that stuff when I was a kid, I'd be like an Excel spreadsheet champion. Are you kidding me? If I would have passed calculus and all these other things, if I just applied my brain correctly. But that was then. This is now.
Oh, and we have War Drake. So, oh my, War Drake busted out the Fade 8.
Oh, that's why Dead Pulse was doing that training.
Yeah, round
Did they
one.
exit out? Get the levels?
I believe Deadpool's has walked out, saved their levels, but
Okay, good.
I don't think he's
when Fade 8 is coming, you're not taking that lightly.
Yeah, that's especially since it's just round one, bam.
Fade 8.
Oh, and Inferno! We're gonna try landing a halt on Gregglypuff's side, and I could not tell if it actually landed or not.
Yeah, Inferno coming out with the big boy damage.
Yep, ineffective, and Gregglypuff's like, nope, not going. Yeah, this War Drake is not playing around.
Nah. Okay. It went for a physical attack.
Oh, and it's got Break 8 too!
What?
Yeah. Accuracy on Break 8 is madness.
Well, I mean, so far Chanigan's getting a good run.
And Deadpool
Can't
has
lie.
taken it down. And
Ooh.
shotgun and potions to run into Tia.
There you go.
And we see a gin worm. Worm gin. I don't know. Worms are generally at the bottom of the tequila, not the gin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you rub the magic lamp and then a big word comes out like, "I will grant you 3 wishes." Like, what?
Wow.
Showing off my D&D nerd.
Yeah, you know, it's a fair copy. I mean, it's we are commentating Final Fantasy, which was a vague attempt to get D&D as game. Looks like Greg Buff through as well, and so is Chanigan.
Nice. So everyone knew what they needed to do, and they prepared correctly.
Yep. And Metagloria.
You actually love to see it.
Yep. Metagloria has popped into the air as well, because now they don't have to worry about the rivers at all, because rivers.
Exactly. As soon as I see the Karib sprite, I'm just like, oh, you're gonna have something stupid.
Yeah, those stupid bloody fish.
It's like every single time they always have Thunder or Lit 3 when you're level 4. You're just like, come on, man. Y'all the ugliest sprite in the game.
Or they have something like, oh yeah, we've got Fog 2 or Heal 2, or just something that's like, okay, you're not doing anything except wasting my
exactly,
time.
just spamming. We've got Heal 1. Like, oh my.
Alright, and at 28 minutes 30 seconds, we see Deadpulse walk up to Garland and go away. And pull a second Masa out. Alright, so it looks like Deadpulse is going for 2-man strats.
Nice. Nice. They're not here to play around.
Yeah. Like, I could pick up other people. Why?
Why? When all I'm going to do is fast.
Ice 6 coming out of that Babricia the first time, but not doing much to Toby because, you know, Ribbon doing Ribbon things.
Hey, look. That might be the case, though, right? It's like, time for investment. I got two characters, 2 ribbons. Let's get it. I know where the third is. Not worth the investment.
Chanigan popping in, taking out the loot plate, and then exiting out to save, because that way you don't have to worry about the loot plate in case things happen. And Jin going, oh look, there's somebody down in slot 4. I'm gonna eat them now.
Yummy. Chanigan taking on one of those animized fiends. I don't know which one it is. If you know, then kudos to you. You're better than me with this one.
I think the Behemoth was in the place of Carrie, maybe? I don't know, but
one would think, but I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Alright. Deadpulse is through the Fiend refight and is on to Chaos. Oh, and it looks like Jin took out Greg. Moving down to slot 3, giving us that pirate sprite that you get when you don't have a character in your first slot. Kind of like Alright, getting some ruse stacks up, which makes sense because, well, you know, make sure you don't get hit.
Well, Chaos already bodied someone on Deadpulse's screen, so.
No, that nest got taken care of by the Jin. Alright, so we're seeing 2 hits, 226, 2 hits, Chaos busting out Snow 5, Fire 3. But that's what a Cure 3 sword is for, I guess.
Yep.
1 hit for 85. Ugh, not exactly the best damage coming out of here, but, well, it's still damage.
Hold A and pray.
Yeah. Pain 3. 2 hits, 235. Okay. Chanigan through the second refight. Pulling up to Chaos. Greggly Puff pulling up to Chaos as well. We're going to see triple Chaos fights.
Deadpulse is actually, they know what they're doing. I mean, they got the loot going right now, so.
You're right.
It doesn't look like Chaos has anything to worry about.
Yep. Deadpulse has got it in that crit loop. Man, that is just some kind of black magic.
Mm-hmm. You get that magic crit loop, it's over. It's just like, don't lose the timing. Don't lose the timing.
Yeah, well, you get the timing right once, you just keep holding A.
That's it.
Gregglypuff landing a halt 8 on Chaos. Chaos just sitting there while he gets stabbed now. And faded.
It's going to come down to who can do the damage the quickest. I still think Deadpulse might get it, but Gregory might actually get it.
Deadpulse got it. Finishing up in first with 32.08.
GG.
Gets him 10 points.
Can someone else finish within the minute is the question.
Yeah, well, given where Gregglypuff's at, on maybe. Terminated. 32.27.
Can Shanigan do it?
Yeah, I know, right? Can we see 3 people in bin 1?
That would be ridiculous.
And given that we only ever saw 2 before, he has until 33.08 to finish up Chaos.
10 seconds.
Tick, tick, tick. Getting some good damage there. 7 hit, 735, 33.06!
Did it! Oh my goodness!
3 people in bin 1. GG's to everybody there.
If there's such a thing as clutch, y'all just seen it.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna be having Chanigan joining us right quick here. Chanigan, welcome in, and Cheese. Congrats on getting into that bin 1 as well by 2 seconds.
Thank you. Oh boy, that was stressful.
But you made it.
Yeah, I'm really glad I made it. If you knew how many times I've run this seed, it's not a lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but well, I knew since Tuesday that I was running this seed.
Oh my.
So I did 4 runs total, plus this one.
Okay.
So routing and everything in 2 to 3 days.
That's really impressive.
Definitely.
And looks like Gregglypuff is not going to be able to join us for a post-game interview, which that is entirely fine. GG's to Gregglypuff, because that was a...
GG, Greg.
Those were some...
These alt 8, I tried this strategy and it never worked for me. I've tried many times and just didn't want to land with me, so I just scrapped that strategy and went with another one.
You know what? It worked. That's all that counts.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, and Deadpulse somehow managed to pull off that black magic of a crit loop, hitting for 233 at a time for a while until Chaos fell over.
Yeah, that's something I tried. I tried just going Thief Black Belt and just somewhere I always get randomly crit and the Thief just dies. So I'm just why not get the red mage since it's 2 floors after the canoe, and why not get the white mage while I'm at it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they were doing anything except for sucking up experience points as is.
Plus, everyone plays, to their strengths, right? So where some just like to push the attack button and don't worry about healing, others, like the security. So I'm one of those people that I'll spit an extra 45 seconds, even a minute, if you tell me I could just get that extra spell, et cetera, because I like the security.
What's funny is 30 minutes before the race, I changed my route. I wasn't sure for something, I just changed it last minute.
You are an absolute mad lad.
I'm like, this seems faster. Yeah, let's change it.
But you know what? It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Good.
I think that was my fastest time. Maybe not. Maybe I did 1 minute below this one. Where I lost time is during my grind. Normally I only have my teeth alive. So having to kill off my other characters just slow me a lot.
That would explain why. I was wondering, because well, I I kind of just lost my brain there for a moment. Give me a second to try and recompose thoughts and make words into sentences. At this point, it's just word salad. That's all that's coming out of the brain. And I forgot what I was going to say. Yay! Mind like a steel trap. Thoughts go in, get trapped, mangled, and don't come out the same.
It'd be like that sometime.
But yeah, this was an impressive run from y'all. I mean, and the only reason Metagloria still hasn't finished yet was just, you know, RNG did RNG things earlier on.
Yeah, the early game was RNG heavy. Just can you make it out of the what's its name? The canoe, the on-rack with the canoe and the crown.
Yeah,
that was the biggest hurdle. I wiped so many times during practice.
Oof. Well, yeah, it seems like those were pretty much the key items, for lack of a better phrase.
Better to wipe in practice than in the run.
Yep, very much so. Yeah, and it looks like Metagloria is like, all right, well, no matter what I do, I'm getting bin 2. I'm going to take my time and play a little on the safe side. Which is perfectly cromulent strategy.
Absolutely.
I'm torn between hoping we'll see him grind up to 50 just for the memes, but I also am thinking that's a lot of time.
Especially since there weren't really good grinds, at least grind tiles, so I spent a lot of time in the last 2 days just trying to find a good grind.
Oh yes, so speak to me of that Wardrake.
It's the only reason why I grinded. That Wardrake is a hit or miss. He either Tornado, then Fade 8 for 300 damage each, or he does absolutely nothing. And I really got lucky.
I think I saw a Brack 8 coming out of that.
That was from Chaos, I think. Yeah, that was from Chaos.
Ah, okay. But,
yeah, getting Brack 8 through a ribbon is fun.
Nice. Always the most fun.
Yep.
Yeah, anytime you get like Brack 8, Volt 8, Kill 8, anytime you get any of those to land on Chaos, it's just that's a moment that makes me giggle like a school child.
Oh, I want to say, come watch the tomorrow's game. It's something.
Well, I'm restreaming it, so I'm gonna be watching it.
Oh, you're gonna be happy.
Excellent. Alright, well, with this finish, I'm gonna take a look and see how the standings end up now. This brings... Let's see, it looks like it brings Quake and Break to a first place, with the Faculty and a Keyboard Cats tied for second right now, with Carry On My Wayward Sons down by 1 point. So tomorrow is gonna bring out... it's gonna be a tight one, and I kind of love it.
It's gonna be nuts tomorrow.
Got any preview things you want to give us for the scene tomorrow, or
Nah, no spoiler. It is spoiler week, but nah, I can't spoil it. You'll have to watch it.
The only thing you care to spoil is that it's going to be an entertaining one.
Oh yes.
Excellent. And yeah, this is gonna be amazing, because what this basically means is that everybody is within striking distance of being in those coveted spots to be first and second.
What it really means is everyone's gonna be getting bodied the entire time. So how can you best negate getting bodied? Like, just straight goblins and imps with the nuke out the gate will be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's go. Life at level 8. You ain't getting no type of cure sticks. Let's get it. Ice -4 is the highest sword you get. Oh, it speaks to my heart.
That's horrible and evil and wonderful and lovely.
Exactly. Just breeze through it, y'all. And there's a timer, by the way. Like after 30 minutes of game, just self-destruct and you gotta wait.
Alright, looks like we're seeing Metagloria pulling up to level 20 right now. Wondering if that's going to be enough to actually get through that horribly vicious War Drake.
I feel like they're doing everything they need to do to make sure they will get through that War Drake. You know, via item spells. You got the time, so just get it done. So you don't have to worry about multiple attempts.
Holy crap.
Viz 8. Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
Viz 8.
Yeah.
Yep,
so,
there you go.
just for those who weren't around yesterday, Invis 8 is a party-wide 180 evasion buff. So you basically throw that on and look, nothing can hit you unless it's a crit. That I'm fine seeing that at level 8 because you only need the one cast.
That'll solve your problem. Were you saying something, War Drake? No, you weren't.
Well, War Drake's problem is the magic.
Mm.
Specifically, the non-elemental magic.
Fade 8.
I was wondering, where did everyone grind? If they grind?
Gregory Puff did
Gregory Puff.
Go ahead.
Early eye grind. So Gregory Puff did a very early eye grind in the beginning when y'all were doing Discovery.
Okay.
And where did Deadpulse grind actually? I forgot.
Deadpulse did a bit of a grind on the Bridge of Destiny. But yeah, the eye grind that Gregory Puff did was on Earth 1, same one that you did.
Yeah, same one as I did, yeah. It was the safest and I think the quickest one that I found. Well,
yeah,
maybe not because Deadpulse did better, so...
Yeah, and actually, as I was thinking about it, Deadpulse also did a bit of a Lamia grind on the Hollow Giants.
Oh.
That actually worked out pretty efficiently. That was actually probably the differentiator.
Yeah,
in your defense, though, you probably capitalized on the eye grind better because Gregory Puff put into it in the very beginning. So it was a bit of a trade-off. I still think you came out on the end better in terms of picking up experience, but I mean, you ended up in bin 1, so that's what matters, right?
Yeah, 39 second difference. It still works.
Yeah.
It would matter, but this week it's like, hey, it matters, but this week it's like, all right, sweet, well, I still got what I came this week.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing tomorrow because I've heard a lot of people complaining about it, and I want to see how bad it actually is.
That'll be great. Iron, gold, in the spoiler week. Everything has new.
Oh,
except for you. Everything has new except for you.
Yeah, actually,
you only have single caster spells the entire game. So not even party.
Well, the thing is, some of the single target spells from Spellcrafter, real mean.
They're great.
Yeah, like Volt 8, that's a single target spell. It's a single target electric elemental kill you spell.
Exactly, power word kill, virtually. I mean, of course.
Except without the limitations of power word.
Exactly. But in saying that, though, I mean, the day we just see everything has nuke but you. And it's like, oh, you think you have access to heal? Nah. You can cure too.
Alright, here comes Metagloria walking up to that angry War Drake. Bringing some folks back up, probably for ablative meat shield purposes, or, well, to try and do any extra amount of damage.
I mean, look, when we know all we're going to do is, Invis 8? Buff?
Yeah, but it's getting through those, survive. Oh my goodness. Well, there goes one of them down.
Body.
Doesn't have any level 8 charges yet, so it looks like it was an Invis 4.
Mm,
Oh boy, and that Wardrake's not playing around with those hits. If
nah.
it hits, it makes pain. There comes the Fade 8. Oh man.
Thank goodness you missed.
Yeah, at least that Thief's got the Ruse stacks up, but, well, could potentially walk out and, you know, save, go res, and then come on back.
Ooh, Inferno. Not good.
Oh boy. This is where it's getting close. Oh, boy.
Next swing.
Stop 5, miss, swing. Oh, right.
There we go.
Whew.
Yeah.
Level 24 across the board.
The danger is,
Brave.
can you walk out safely?
He's brave doing this at level 21. I've tried so many times.
Yeah, I didn't notice what level you were at when you took on the Wardrake. What was that?
25.
Ah, so a perfectly safe
It's-
level.
Yeah, it's... The only thing why I did it is in case Inferno or Fade 8 just high rolled. Or if he casts Fade 8 twice. Because he has 2 Fade 8.
That is an ugly spell list.
I think he has Nuclear too. It's... That Warmick is nuts.
Deadpulse, you rolled an absolute jewel of a Warmech.
Your gym doesn't look like it's causing too many problems.
Yeah, no, the Metaglory has taken on the, you know, actual final boss, you know, Wardrake.
Mm,
Everything else from here is just candy.
exactly.
Killing that angry magical worm. Yeah, that's all I can think of for it. Angry magical wish granting worm.
Just a worm thing.
Yeah. Putting himself in go mode and well, probably gonna go now.
Exactly. Flying across seas.
I know we've seen this
Did they
more than a few
save?
times. I hope so. This is odd.
Nah, it's not. Level 8 Invis.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Because I was like, what? And then I was like, oh yeah, you just need that one Invis.
Yeah, just got to get that one charge, and there it is. Yep,
That's it. That's it.
Yep. Now it's time to go, you know, hit up the inn for a final
Mhm.
time, and then fly on over to Core. I want to say Dwarf Cave. I think that's where Topher was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
This
don't
is
know where
correct.
Joker was. Oh, sweet. Yeah, perfect. Well, you're equipped. Grab the masa and then get to going.
I don't remember if Metagloria has the White Wizard, so had to have taken care of Garland earlier. So yeah, just give that Masa to, or give your thief both the Mosses. Just let him do with it.
Mhm.
I one of these days, one of the devs is going to be madness, or going to go through that madness and actually implement dual wielding somehow.
Just to see where this game has come from and look at it now, it's just ridiculous. And so the thing is, dual wielding's probably already been, in the back for years, but it's just one of those things that's like, we're not gonna let you. You know what I mean? It's like the CIA, They
Yeah.
know what the technology is for 2035, but they're like, you're not gonna You're not.
Wait, that's the first time that I've seen the Fiend with Brackate. Wait.
You're like, oh crap! Glad that wasn't me.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Because I've tried both sides, and I never saw that Brackate.
I feel like Metaglory hasn't seen that bracket either. And it was like, oh my god.
Yo, dog, we heard you like
My
level 8
goodness.
spells, so we're gonna cast a level 8 spell at you.
Oh.
Core. Oh, I do love those, though.
Mhm. Taking care of it this time, though. No issues.
Yeah, dodging that Brack Bomb.
Pretty much.
And pulling up to the magical worm again.
I will grant you 3 wishes.
Just don't cover me in salt.
Virtually. Lock 4, I'm telling you, just if Randomizer taught me nothing else, it's taught me just never leave home without lock in your life.
You pretty much. Lock
Nope.
and temper, that is the way.
Exactly. It's like I kind of knew about temper, but lock was the one that I underappreciated way too much before I stepped into the randomizer. And I have a whole new love for lock. It's like, don't leave home without it.
Well, also because before the randomizer, lock was horribly broken.
Exactly.
I'm casting lock. Why is he getting dodgy?
Yep.
Easier to hit. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, and those Chaos Floors encounters, which are just piddly. They don't. They're there just to annoy you.
They don't exist. Figments of your imagination.
All right, getting everything swapped around, and well, guess leaving that red mage down because it didn't pick up life for the white wizard.
Exactly. And there's no value in having you around.
Yeah, kind of a shame, but you know what? There's gonna be, this is gonna come out fine, anywho, because there's the Invisible 8. Chaos is not hitting anyone anymore.
Invis 8, there you go. Listen, it was good knowing you, Chaos. Your old mate Wardrake took your nuclear, unfortunately, and all your dudes and spells, so it's just been wacky.
And also, just as a point of note here for the folks out on there in Randomizer land, if you noticed that all the casters only had 4 MP max. I also I also took a look through at all of the blur things earlier, and found that the Black Wizard had -4 max MP, meaning they would get 1 charge, and that's it.
Useless.
I mean, I don't think we saw Black Wizards anywhere. Ooh, and there comes another Brackate.
Brack 8.
Brackate versus Fade 8. Which one will win?
So far, Brack 8 is doing something.
Yeah, trying to use that Cure 7 shirt, hoping it gets rid of the stone status. It does not yet.
Nope.
For the same reason that life doesn't work in battle, and that softs don't work in battle. Yet.
Nope. Yeah.
I know that the devs have done some work on that, and I believe it actually is a flag in the beta branch right now.
That is correct.
That changes the game completely.
Oh, classic.
If you have life in battle, then that means Chaos has got to be like 40,000 HP.
And classic gamer, I have to give you that one. The Metagloria can't get a break, but gets break 8 instead.
Indeed.
Right.
GG, however.
Get your GGs out for Metagloria, who has joined us in the booth. So GG's Metagloria.
GG.
Thank you. Hope everybody enjoyed the additional 33 minutes of content, or 23 minutes of content that I provided.
So
Absolutely, it was golden.
Yeah. How about those Bracks?
That was my first time seeing Brack 8 on a Fiend. I didn't really find much of a difference between going left and right at the end. It seemed to be like one fight would do something nasty to you either way, and I don't know.
Yeah. The only reason why I went left instead of right is because of the thunder on the first
I had
team.
never seen the thunder. Like the one time that I tried going right in practice, I just plowed through Jin, and I was like, okay, fine, sure.
That war make is something. I've built my entire route on getting levels to be able to kill Warmick.
Yeah.
So
I knew going into this. I knew going into this race that I was probably not going to be competing for the top time, so I was trying to figure out as many possible cuts to maybe give myself an advantage, and one of those was trying to kill Carrie early, which worked really well in the practice I ran an hour before the race, and did not work well in the actual race.
RNG.
Yep. Well, at least you didn't have to worry about seed bleed.
Exactly.
So yeah, what are your thoughts on this one overall, though, Metagloria?
I mean, I really enjoyed. This is my first time ever doing, a repeated seed. All the time I've been spending in Randomizer has been, practicing a set of flags, but not honing a specific route within a seed. So it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of help from Spellzap and Zeno, especially, kind of playing this out too and giving me ideas. And Zeno kind of gave me the skeleton of the route that I should take, and then I played it 5 or 6 times and adapted that to my needs. I don't know. I couldn't get, a competitive speed, but I did have a lot of fun playing it repeatedly anyway.
Honestly, and that's the thing that matters the most. At least that's how it is for me.
Like, ain't nobody winning no Bitcoin after these tournaments, so you know what I mean? As long as you have fun, that's the main thing.
Yeah, so with that, I think let's head on over to final thoughts. So, Chanigan, let's start with you for that.
Yeah, man, good game to Deadpool's, Wrigglypuff, and you too, Metagloria. That was one heck of a seed. Really hyped for tomorrow's seeds. Please come and check it out. It's gonna be something. And thank you guys for restreaming. Thanks to RPG Limit Break for letting us borrow their channel. And yep, that's about it.
And Metagloria, let's go over to you.
Thanks to my team. Thanks to all of the other runners in this race for finishing in the same bin, so that I get bin 2. That's pretty cool. No, this was a blast. Thanks to the restreamers, commentators, trackers, and all that. And I hope to see you guys in finals. I have no idea where my team stands, but we'll see.
All right, so I'm going to give my final thoughts, and then I'll toss it on over to you. That's just to close this on out. So if you like what you saw here tonight, toss the runners a follow. I think they kind of deserve it for putting on such a great show for us. And thanks to Lord of the Synth for restreaming and stepping in on the tracking, because reality happened, and well, it is what it is. And thanks to you, Duchess, for volunteering to jump in the booth with me.
Absolutely, and just want to send the reciprocal thoughts to everybody who put their eyeballs on the stream. Hope y'all enjoyed the session wherever you are in the world. To our runners, all 4 of you, it was a lot of fun watching you. Obviously, RPG Limit Break, but let's get some airtime. We like it, we love it, so make sure y'all click the button for them. and just everyone behind the scenes as well. It takes a whole cast of individuals to put these things together. So if you want to join up, find our Discord, Final Fantasy Rando. I'm your boy Duchess for Kyle Sama, and we out.